Discussing that heat in the street. Hey, we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. Vitamin G.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone. I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin G. Got what you need. Vitamin G. Got what you need.
Alone.
Vitamin G. Hey. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this Vitamin G. Vitamin G. Vitamin G. Got what you need.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin G. Got what you need. Vitamin G. Got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin G. Hey. Final round. I already know how I'm coming, man. Yeah. Tryna run the town. Tell no duck when they hear that sound. How they gon' come up now? Heavy as the head that'll wear that crown. I'm going pound for pound. And if it's about smoke, then we talk all of that. From an ounce to a pound. Take it, they biting this now. Cause my drip right up the seat. How could they be? Give me a couple of rounds. Cause I'm a beast when I'm on Vitamin G. You see this start crumbling now. Mad struck, start mumbling now. Get the gist, I ain't reaching for cloud. Plot twist, I'm the one with the keys. Clock blitz, know they love how I freeze. Different continents, I be torn. We living life, making yours look boring. See, we win at the end, it's a spoiler warning. Cause I keep heating up, I might blow the whole planet. They calling me toxic like global warming. But they keep tuning in once again and again. I'm the one at the top, just to form a warning. Truly, I'm De Niro when it come to movies. Get De Niro, entertain the groupies. Habanero if you come pursue me. But I hop on the gang, too busy rolled up whenever my girl getting moody. Link up with the gang, we all go insane. Catching them bills on the duty. I'm in Stixie, I'm locked in. Bought a box, I was like 10. Back then, used to box, nowadays they ain't throwing hands. Mama said we got more advanced. One thing about me, I adapt, bought a Glock fin. Keep me safe from the block in. The game kept me off the block. Ain't got flex about looting my Ruger. I can shit on you with my computer. See my graphics card costs more than your damn job can afford to pay you. And my monitor, big as hell, detail, so I can see when I spray you. To reload the clip and record the clip is go all say to that SSD. Know a whole lot of trill game heads like me wanna see tuned into that VGP. Take over the West. west and the east. Hey, we got just what you need on Vitamin G.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dante Crisis back with another dose of your vitamin G. And yes, unlike your daddy, I went out to get the milk, but I did in fact come back, unlike him. And unlike FC, I am back as well, because that man's still out with his knees. But the lack of knees at this point. And this week we are here with the NSYNC of gaming. First of all, we have the Chris Kirkpatrick of gaming, Mr. Jubei Sensei. What have you been up to, my friend? How you doing?
Hey yo, this week it's been a little bit of Halo, a little bit of just catching up for this campaign that's dropping on Wednesday. I've been playing a lot of Scarlet Nexus. It's been really fun.
Awesome. And then we have the JC Chazes of the VGP, Mr. Pharaoh. How you doing today, man?
Oop.
Exactly.
How dare you give him JC Chazé, the greatest NSYNC member there is.
Hey, bro, you can't be hating on Justin now.
I won't be hating on Justin. I'm just merely pointing out the truth that a lot of people don't want to accept. JC Chazé is the top tier NSYNC member. Justin just got more popular.
That is very true. Pharaoh, are you
Justin got numbers, man. Big numbers. He's invited to the cookout. All cookouts.
Okay.
Justin got Timberland. That's one of the guys.
I think one of his kids might have dragged him away. So we'll move on to the Joey Fatone of the group. Mr. Zero, how are you today, man?
Joey Fat One. Fine. I am well. Good to be back. Finished Guardians of the Galaxy. An absolute gem of a game. So much fun. Just an absolute blast. And I have started Last of Us 2. So I know the story of Last of Us 2, so I think it's perfectly fine. Some of my opinions on certain things have changed so far. Some for the good, some for the better. Some for the good, some for the worse. But I got till January to finish it because it is on PS Now.
So you didn't pay it. You didn't pay it. Goddamn. Well, you are paying it. You are paying for it, but
paying for something. Yeah. So like once again, can't recommend PS Now enough, guys. Like it's pretty solid. And I jumped back into Pokemon Sword and Shield because a couple of friends of mine's got it. So I'll be helping them like earn Pokemon.
Invite me, bro.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I could hear him fucking playing it before we started.
I'm back.
I will party up. I just finished the Pokedex too, so.
So I'm trying to finish Pokedex, and I think I'm going to.
What game we talking about? Which Pokemon?
Sword
and Shield.
Oh, you finished the Pokedex on Sword and Shield? I can't even get into playing it. My son is playing it right now as we speak. He stole my Switch.
Good job.
High five him.
Yeah.
I did pick up an OLED Switch too.
Oh, screw
that
you,
screen is
Jubei!
sexy.
I am now out. I'm done with you, sir. I am now officially fucking done with you.
Switch. We got the OLED Switch. We got the you got the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
you got the Xbox.
Big Money Sensei had to take over since FC walked away.
he got the Xbox mechanical keyboard. And what else am I missing?
The Xbox mini fridge.
You got the Xbox mini fridge, Xbox pajamas. You probably got a Snorlax out. You probably got Snorlax pajamas too that you sleep in at night.
Nope.
Surprise me.
I do have a Finn from Adventure Time onesie though.
Oh
Yeah.
God, fucking damn it!
King of accessories, dog. Like
He's a grown ass man. He's a grown ass man. I'd just like to point that out.
How many of those extra controller peripherals have you owned in life? DK bongos, DJ Hero, DJ Stick.
I had DJ Hero. I bought that game twice, so I had 4.
The Guitar Hero, and the Rock Band. You probably had the whole kit.
Mm-hmm.
Juba, you gotta give us a review on that refrigerator. I heard it doesn't quite refrigerate.
I don't have it. It's a cooler though. It's not a fridge. It's a cooler.
Oh, they told us on a fridge.
It's a fridge.
Okay, well, seeing as he's actually here, let's move back over to the JC Shazzy of this group. Pharaoh, what have you been up to, man?
Nothing much. You know, the kids made me put on Ben 10 for them real quick for bedtime, and
Yo, Ben 10 is the shit.
Yeah, they got the whole catalog on HBO Max. But no, I've been Scarlet Nexus in it. It's not that long of a game, but I don't know. I just be taking forever. I be going back through maps whenever now they got all the characters, all their abilities, and be finding stuff. And it's cool. I'm on phase 7 now, I think.
Okay.
I'm like level 40. I'll be leveling up.
Cool.
BSing.
Alright, and then onto the Lance base of the group. Who? We have Omar. What have you been up to, man?
Crack Code. I'm really loving that game. Other than that, yeah, busy with my kitten.
Good game.
Cool.
But I highly recommend Crack Code. Also, if you're an anime fan, Netflix surprised us with a full drop of 12 episodes of JoJo Star Ocean.
Yes,
I highly recommend it. It's dope.
Arcane is really good. I've been watching that.
It's truly dope.
Also, Super Crooks is also really good.
Super Crooks is really fucking good.
Yeah.
What is Super Crook?
Another anime on
Netflix.
I've been watching Arcane.
What you're basically telling me, is if so long as Netflix doesn't make it, it's actually a good anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Don't they make 7 Deadly Sins, or is that exist without them?
That wasn't about.
Castlevania's pretty good. I was watching that.
Castlevania is fucking amazing. Thing is though, Castlevania was only funded by them. They basically did take a hands-off approach with that one.
Hey, however it happened, they were a part of it. They, whether you funded it or created it, you played a part. You did your job.
They did make a Violet Evergarden, so
I did hear that was okay.
My only hope is that the creator of Castlevania gets his wish. Now that Metroid Dread has proven to be insanely popular, I hope he gets his wish that he can do a Metroid-style anime like Castlevania.
That'd be dope.
Man,
they made an anime called Baki. I highly recommend you watch it.
No, they didn't make Baki. Baki was before Netflix.
Baki's existed for a long time, bro.
But they picked it up.
They adapted. They have an adaptation of it. Yeah. But
They did make
that is a great show.
Agrisuko or whatever, the Red Panda show. That's pretty dope.
Alright.
I was disappointed in that Yusuke show.
Oh, the Black Samurai. So was I. That joint was kind of.
I was expecting it to be kind of like Samurai Champloo-ish and the the delivery of it.
Yeah, it was kind of boring.
From what I've heard, it was this was all the idea of the fucking music composer, and they listened to him, and they
he wanted to make it cool. It just didn't land.
Apparently, the manga one doesn't have any mecha and stuff like that to that extent.
All they have to do is watch Samurai Champloo and Samurai X and be like, this is what we're doing.
Or just Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai is amazing! Alright, but moving on to the Justin Timberlake of the VGP, because I'm bringing sexy back. I have I've been playing a lot of Skyrim over the week because it was either that or I start finding the end of a noose very attractive because I also completed Dr. Muto. And Dr. Muto for a collectathon breaks my cardinal fucking sin. It breaks the cardinal sin of any collectathon in my opinion. And Zero growing up as a Nintendo guy, you will fully agree with this on me. The cardinal sin of a collectathon is you do not force somebody to collect everything in order to complete the game. Correct?
No, there should always be a set number, but it should never be everything.
Yeah.
So, for an easy example is if 120 stars gets me everything, 80 should just get me to beat the game.
70 does. Like,
Yeah.
I know you're referencing Mario 64, but you only need 70. Yeah. So Dr. Muto, there is two kinds of collectibles. There is Terra, where there is 84 of the fuckers, and then there is Isotopes, where there is 4,640, I believe. You need to collect all of the Terra and 80% of the Isotopes in order to be able to complete the game.
That's insane.
I did it. It took me a week to fucking do it, but I did it. I nearly walked into the sunset though, because if I had not been playing Skyrim, I would have walked into the sunset. So Bethesda actually saved my damn life. It was that bad. It was like, and the worst part is the ending is not fucking worth it. You get like a 30-second cutscene. That's it.
Were you playing the anniversary edition or?
Yes, I'm playing the anniversary edition. Which,
what do you think of it so far?
Okay, anniversary edition. Well, first of all, I'm playing it modded with the unofficial patches because you just got to. Like, you have to. Here's the thing. People definitely went into anniversary edition, and I feel like this is definitely this is something that the industry has caused itself. When you call something any kind of edition, definitive edition, anniversary edition, is people were expecting it to be like a big graphical upgrade, which this wasn't. What this effectively was you pay a little extra. Like, if you already had special edition, you pay like $15, I think it was $16, $15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
You get the entirety of the Creation Club. Like, you get every single item from the Creation Club. Which...
There's some good stuff in there. Is some good stuff in there.
There is some good stuff.
Homes.
Right, my only two problems with the Creation Club stuff is you need... some of the triggers for it are in like diaries or books that are...
You have to read books, but I read every single book I come across.
But here's the thing, I'm talking about they're kind of out of the way. Like, they're in places like, okay, you'll find this one like northwest of like just like this one random fucking cavern in the middle of the fucking map. And it's like super fucking easy to overlook. So it's one of those cases of it's better to go into it with a starter list. Like, a list of where all of the start triggers are. Because some of them are just given to you by couriers. Others are, just as I said, others are found in journals or notes in taverns. But, like, it's just, there's so goddamn many of them. The other thing I'll say about it, a lot of the, some of the armors look fucking amazing. Like, I could actually boot up Skyrim and show you. But some of them just look kind of like... They look like stripped down versions. Like the ebony plate armor looks like the ebony armor, just with a lot of the detail stripped off of it. And it's like, that doesn't look that good. But then you have ones like the Daedric mail armor, where it's like, that looks good. Now, that looked good. And then you have ones like the Remnant armor and the Champion's armors. And you're like, damn. That is fucking...
Oh, yeah. You mean the Golden Champions? Yeah, that fucking armor is disgusting.
The one, yeah, the Legant one and the Stormcloak one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're like, damn, fucking modders made that. Like, somebody else, some other dude made that doesn't work for this goddamn company, and it looks better than most of the fucking armors in this game. It's like, Jesus. The only other thing I will turn around and say is the buildings don't. You get some houses and they don't. The pathfinding, and this is a problem with the Bethesda game at its core. The pathfinding in that game in the game does not help with those buildings. Even though they are nice buildings, the pathfinding does not help with them. Especially the fact that a lot of the original bugs are still with that game, and a lot of these armors are fucking broken. As in, like, they're overpowered.
Yeah, I got that shadow bow that turns you invisible when you pull it out.
Yep.
It's busted. It's totally busted.
Like,
some people like that overpowered stuff.
Oh no, I love it. No, I absolutely fucking love it. I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, the Daedric Mail armor is a light armor. And yet it has like, equal stats to the heavy variant. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, just because, some people some people want to be strong in a fucking game and enjoy.
Oh, no. I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. You have people. You have champions of the difficulty side. Like, I want the game to be as hard as possible. If I could play the whole game at level 1 and beat everything, I would. Like,
Some motherfuckers have done that, but yeah, like, no, the anniversary edition. I will say this: you're not missing out on getting. In fact, it got me back playing Skyrim, this anniversary edition. You just need to go in realizing it's not a graphical upgrade like a lot of people seem to think it was. It's basically a big giant DLC bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all it is, and it's still fun. Like, I'll tell you, my favorite one. Even though you got to remember, these quests they're not brand new quests. They're using already in universe dialogue. Like, they've not got new voice actors in for any of these quests. They're nothing like that. But I'll tell you, the one that I really liked was the Saints and Seductors quest.
Oh, I just finished that. Yeah, that was fun.
Some modder reintroduced the Saints and Seducers armor and a whole quest line from the Shivering Isles DLC from Oblivion. You can get that armor now. I've got Lydia in my fucking house in Whiterun dressed as a fucking saint from the Shivering Isles. It's fucking incredible. And then that also includes the Amber armor, as well as the armor of madness, as well as the Sword of Jiggalag, for fuck's sake. Like, a lot of this shit is added. So yeah, you need to go in knowing that this is just a DLC bundle.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the backlash about the anniversary edition was overblown, personally. What else have I been playing? I finished Assassin's Creed, the first one, and I'll admit, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Altair.
Yep, I'll tell you. It was a lot of fun. Outside of that,
when it was actually an Assassin's Creed game, and it was about
no. Here's the thing: when people turn around and say it's an Assassin's Creed game, after playing this, I need now to preference. Wait, do you mean an Assassin's Creed game like a stealth game? Because, dude, the original Assassin's Creed game was not stealthy whatsoever. Like, not in the goddamn slightest.
I mean, it was stealthy in the sense of don't get caught on your way to the opponent, but you didn't kill them in a stealthy manner.
No.
Yeah, you killed them very publicly.
Yeah.
No, you could, dude. I got fucked over so goddamn hard in that game. If there was one thing that I legitimately started getting really annoyed at, and I actually did this in the playthrough, I said, because the fucking crazy people that walk around and push you and knock you out of your shit.
Oh yeah, and knock you out of blend. Yeah.
That happened to me, and it cost me a fucking assassination. I was like, motherfucker, I swear to God, the next goddamn crazy motherfucker that stabs me, I will break the fucking 10 and I will stab that motherfucker. And I did. And I even said, you cannot say I'm not a man of my word, because I am a man of my fucking word. I assassinated that fucker for pushing me, because I got screwed so fucking hard. The beggar women were not as annoying as them motherfuckers.
Now, you gotta listen for them. You'll hear like, I'm like, yeah, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nah,
Did I hate him? I also did Typing of the Dead Overkill. That's fun. I'm doing Dead Island Co-op, which it's something. Is the only thing I will fucking say is it's something. And speaking of something, well, guys, Halo is scoring well.
Very well.
It was at 86 last I checked.
It is still at 86 on Metacritic, but I'm going to use Metacritic, but I don't consider Metacritic a good litmus test for. It's a good for litmus tests on like just overall reviews from critics. I don't use it for fan reviews because fan reviews can be easily skewed. But like but I do use it as a collection to see what is what. So yes, currently on the Xbox One, it is scoring at 86, PC 83 with only 12, but 72 for the 86. What's the Xbox One doing? Not even any fucking scores out for that one. That's interesting. But if we actually go down it, we'll actually see who's been talking what. So Windows Central gave it a 100%. That's no surprise in my opinion. Stiviver gave it an 85. DualShockers gave it a 90. Yep,
PlayStation Mag did.
Yep. I don't even know how to say that. Gave it a 90. Gfinity gave it an 80. Twinfinity gave it an 80. Screen Rant gave it a 70. That's surprising. Let's see. Actually, let's look. Yeah, a couple more here. VG 24/7 gave it a 100. Game Beats gave it a 100. Inverse gave it a 100. Jennison Xbox, I think that is, gave it a 99. Basically, those are definitely Xbox centric. I mean, they've got Xbox in their fucking name. Game Informer gave it a 93. Player 2 gave it a 91. Player Unlimited a 90. So, I mean, it's definitely getting a lot of good reviews. Game Radar Plus gave it a 90. But yeah, overall from everything, it seems like 71 of reviews were posted negative with only 4 mixed. Who were the 4 mixed, I wonder? New Game Network, Gaming Bible, PlaySense, and Screen Rant. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm glad that 343 were able to get themselves out of this rut. If everything is to be believed, and from what I've heard, this is the biggest thing for me from what I was told in my stream today. This game averages from early games, from what people are playing, it goes from between 22 to 30 hours long or 8 hours long. So I take that as 22 hours to 30 hours for 100% completion, and 8 hours if you just belt through the fucking game. Now that is a big, massive fucking difference of time.
Well, if you decide to enjoy the game, it's going to take you 30 hours.
Yeah,
if you decide
you're
going to beat it.
You're going to miss out on like the mini bosses and shit if you just, rush to the...
I didn't say it. No, you speak like I'm saying that as a negative. I'm just saying, like, realistically, 22 to 30 hours... or it could take you 8 hours. Like, that's a big fucking space of difference right there. That's like...
Yeah.
Like, one thing I have seen is people saying that it doesn't feel bloated for an open world game, which I'm happy for. Because I even gave my concern, and I think it was valid concern at the time, saying, I hope they don't bloat the world with... useless shit to just extend game time like Far Cry.
Yeah, it sounds like it's open world, but it has a linear approach, so you can stay on track if you want.
And none of the reviews I read said it was like Far Cry once they actually played it. It's like, yeah, this isn't Far Cry. It's more like Crysis. So,
hold on. Is there a fastest selling Halo game? I think that goes to
Halo 2.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sure that's Reach.
Actually,
5 wasn't
4. I think it's
one of the newer
it's
ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think this one's. I don't know how this was gonna do. I don't know. Well, this is the first one that's launching simultaneously
It was free.
on PC.
It was free. Halo 3, it was the... 1 second. Yeah. Halo 3, it was the fastest selling video game over and held the record for the biggest entertainment launch in history. Yeah, Halo 3 was the fastest selling Halo game.
Oh, nice.
But also, that was this Halo is going to be the first Halo to launch simultaneously on PC, right?
Yeah.
And separate from its multiplayer as well, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's just a brand new sort of day for Halo. How
It's
they
an
operate.
approach to it. One thing I'm happy about is they didn't fuck the open world aspect like Gears did. You'll never convince me that Gears of War 5 was good open world. It wasn't. They fucked it and proved that either the Coalition was just not capable of doing it, or Gears 5 just does not work open world. But I'm glad to see that Halo has proven that it can do it. It doesn't fuck it. And from everything I'm hearing, the story's actually good as well.
Yep.
I'm just glad that Xbox is putting out games at a rate that no one studio is under pressure to release a game.
Motherfucker, I'm just happy Xbox is putting out games in general.
I don't think that they put out a first party this year that's under 80. To be honest.
Okay.
No,
they're lower. Highlight Jubei while I look this up because I'm gonna fact check them in.
Their lowest scoring meta is Age of Empires at 81.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I posted it in the chat.
Like as far as actual first party, not counting like third party deals that are going to end up multi-plat, like the actual first party.
Right, so
they've all been 80 plus.
Halo Infinite, Psychonauts 2, The Ascent.
The Ascent isn't first party though, so
it's not first party.
I just said specifically first party.
Okay.
They haven't released anything under an 80.
So you got Flight Simulator with a 90, Psychonauts 87, Age of Empires 81, Deathloop 88, Forza Horizon 92, Halo Infinite 86.
Yeah, but he just turned around and said ones that don't come out multi-plat. And
no, I said first. I said first party.
Oh, just first party.
Third party.
Just first party. You said The Ascent, and he said not.
Yeah. I was more thinking about like the medium, like that. You know, that was advertised as an Xbox game. It's definitely third party and multi-plat.
Yeah, it wasn't Xbox.
Deathloop is still a first party studio.
Like I was about to say, just like Deathloop and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, Deathloop is a first party studio, so that you have to count it. It's that there's a Xbox Studios fucking.
What was Grounded?
Grounded hasn't released yet. Grounded doesn't release.
Grounded is not out yet.
All right, for that one. Forza Horizon, Flight Sim, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Mojang by Microsoft, State of Decay 2. Like, yeah, because I'm looking at a release list. They've put out in the year 2020. They have put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If Grounded comes out this year, they'll have put out 7 games this entire year.
That's basically
Grounded isn't slated to officially release until next summer.
Until next year. Man.
Okay, well the list I'm looking at still has it slated for 2021.
That's one every 2 months, essentially, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
yeah, 6 that's one every 2 months.
Well, before
they want one a quarter.
Yeah, they said they're going to drop at least one a quarter at minimum.
Yeah, and I'm saying that they've actually pulled one every 2 months, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Flight Sim, Psychonauts 2, Age of Empires 4, Horizon 5, Halo Infinite dropping soon. Like that is a good collection. Like the only thing missing from that,
gotta beat the beast.
The only thing missing from that is a fighting game, and you've pretty much hit every single note you need to hit.
Yeah,
speaking of that, they hired the executive producer at NetherRealm.
They did what?
They hired an executive producer that worked at NetherRealm. I'm not sure.
For who?
I think
he's working.
He's working under Global Publishing at the moment, I believe.
And then if we look at what they've got in the pipework right now, we've got Grounded. Again, you want to bring that up? Grounded, As Dusk Falls, Crossfire X, which will be out with the Series X2 because they're only.
That's not first party.
It,
Yeah, it's not first party.
list of Xbox Game Studios video games. I'm literally looking at a thing of Xbox Game Studios video games. That's what it says.
Remedy, though.
It's made by
I think
Remedy.
it might be. I think it's published. I think it's.
But still, then it's
an
Xbox. It's an Xbox game. Then, like, if they're fronting the bill for it and just getting someone else to do it, then it's still an Xbox Game Studio game. So I'm counting it. I will fucking die on this hill. I don't care if they own
So when
it.
it gets when it gets the first ever 100 Metacritic, Xbox is around it.
Yeah, it's published. That Crossfire X is an Xbox game. It is published by Xbox Game Studios.
Thank you. Can I get my apology? Can I get that? Can I get it?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Right?
Why are they doing that weird shit where the multiplayer and the campaign is separate?
Because you got to remember, Crossfire X is because Crossfire X is single player because Crossfire the multiplayer is already done. Like, that's already released. That's out there. The version you're getting is going to be a souped up version of that. Like, that's all that is. Okay. That's all that is.
Crossfire exists.
Yeah, Crossfire exists. It's been out in Korea for fucking years.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious because it's not like it's free to play. The multiplayer, right? It's not free to play, right? It's not like a Halo Infinite situation. Is basically what I'm saying.
Give me a second, actually, because I think Crossfire might be. I'm not too sure. Crossfire game, because I know it's out in fucking Korea. Like that Crossfire has been out since 2007.
Oh, then it should be on Game Pass right now, man. What the fuck they doing?
I have no idea, but it is. Yeah, because it hasn't been released worldwide. I don't believe it has, because Smilegate are handling the publishing on that side. Because it was released in China by Tencent. It was released in Indonesia, Russia, North America by Slipgate West. But yeah, Europe. It's been out in Indonesia. It's been out in North America since 2009. It's been in Indonesia. It hasn't even been in Europe. It was in Europe in 2011. Like, they've been sporadically releasing this shit.
Okay.
But yeah, so like the multiplayer is basically going to be the single player is going to be its own standalone thing in essence. So yeah, and again, you got Crossfire X, Avowed, Everwild.
Avowed isn't confirmed, right? We're just hoping. We're just hoping for Avowed. I don't think that has a confirmed date yet, does it?
No, I'm talking. That's why I turned around and said these are the games in the pipeline.
Oh, okay. Oh, that pipeline is wide. Yeah, I'll let you go because it's a lot.
Yeah, Everwild, Contraband, Fable, Forza Motorsport, Perfect Dark, Project Mara, Hellblade 2, State of Decay 3, and The Outer Worlds 2. Like, that's everything inside of the Xbox Game Studios pipeline.
I mean, if this year is any indication, I think, we might see some great things come out, going forward.
Yeah, you might eventually see Hellblade 2 finally come out.
Yeah, I mean, but all I'm saying is, like, they've shown and proved that they can release quality shit.
This year, they've proven, yeah, this year they have proven, like, Phil Spencer has proven what he said was true. Like, he basically promised to fucking turn the Xbox brand around from the Xbox One fuck-ups, and he's done so. I give him full fucking kudos for that. It is worthy of praise that the man, probably not single-handedly, but definitely with probably fucking sheer fucking willpower, did this. Because again, this is also, you got to remember, higher ups at Microsoft pretty much wanted to kill off the Xbox brand after the Xbox One, and it was because of him. And basically now saying, "Nah, I'm not gonna lie that we're gonna become the Netflix of games. We're gonna buy everything. We're gonna hostile take over this bitch." And yeah, with that, he's pretty much he's saved the Xbox brand.
Yeah, he went up the side and said, "I'm gonna show you how to make this money." He said a word.
You can't make money without spending it. That was his philosophy, clearly.
And then Hellblade gameplay should be at the Game Awards. That's my guess. That's my prediction.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, do you
Yes.
think we're going to
A
see any
lot of
surprises
walking.
at the Game Awards?
Huh?
Any surprises at the Game Awards? Like,
I think a surprise is going to be Hellblade gameplay.
According to Jeff Keighley, we're gonna see 5 or 4 games revealed on the level of what's the name of that game?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Yeah.
Interesting.
Melissa Game Pass announced that there's going to be 4 PC Game Pass titles announced at the Game Awards, so we know that's coming.
Yeah, that would be my only downside to is that would be my only downside is Phil needs to now focus on fixing the fucking PC side of Game Pass. Because that shit is still lagging behind.
Well, they gotta fix PC Game Pass. They have to fix Xbox's DVR, and they have to fix the achievement system. Those are the top 3 things on the agenda as far as fixing things in the Xbox ecosystem wise.
Well, I would say the more important of those would be the PC one because like the achievements they're nice. They're not gonna bring in the cheddar.
Yeah, neither is the DVR, but making fans happy is never a bad thing.
I'm hoping that whatever PlayStation's doing, like, kicks them into gear. Because I, too, want them to, like, upgrade their PC Game Pass space. Because, like, if I can buy a PC and not have to necessarily buy an Xbox. Because I would just probably use the PC. And I need a new one anyway. So, like,
PlayStation has made it clear that whatever they do for you, you're going to have to pay for it.
I ain't worried with that.
Well,
I'm worried about
have to pay
Xbox
for it.
saying, like, hey, man, they trying to actually do something. Let's kick it up another notch and, like, make sure they don't do anything. I'm like, all right, yeah, bet. Fight amongst each other so I can benefit.
Yes, entertain me, fools, while throwing $1 bills. Entertain me. But going back to the original...
In 5 years, they're gonna release a game, and they're gonna be like, it's gonna be an extra $10 for DualSense Plus features.
That would be hilarious. That's the most Nintendo thing ever.
While Nintendo's still doing Nintendo things.
You get standard DualSense features for $70. You want premium DualSense features? $80.
That feels so much like the Rumble packs of the
N64
N64 era. Yeah.
But going back to the subject, what I will say, and I feel like this is the nicest thing I can say about 343, even though they've done it. Well done, 343. Well done. You didn't fuck it up. You didn't fuck it.
I think it shows the dedication that the devs put towards the game, that they didn't let things going on above their heads affect, the quality of the title.
So what you're saying is
the quality of their work.
Third time's the charm, basically.
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say is I can't be hating on Bonnie Ross no more. Like, I mean, that's.
But there was somebody before Bonnie Ross,
not
right?
They had
a lot of turnover, in the development of this game, and I just want to, shout out the devs for actually like staying on task and not letting those changes above them, significantly impact the development of the game.
Well,
especially people who are contractors and stuff like that.
It could have only helped because now it's being headed by an ex-member of Bungie, as Zero likes to keep reminding everybody, so I'm going to hit that note before he does.
I mean,
Did y'all see the thing where they asked Phil about, like, could they still possibly acquire Bungie? He said, yeah, I guess, it's still possible.
Yes, in the sense that, like, of course, we have as much money, like, more money than God, so, like, we could throw that at Bungie, but,
I don't think it's from a money thing. I think he's saying their relationship is still there.
Yeah, there might be a relationship, but I don't think Bungie would want it.
I think Bungie would just want to still be on all platforms because that's kind of what they want to do.
They just want to be alone.
But it's also, but here's the thing, Jube, I want to highlight you again because that's a good point. If we're bringing up Bungie, Bungie basically fucking fought tooth and goddamn nail for their freedom from Activision. Like, Bungie wants to kind of stand on their own 2 feet, so I don't think they're going to be looking for acquisition anytime soon, unless Unless suddenly they end up like 200 million in the fucking hole.
I say, you back the money truck up. Everybody's opinions change, but yeah, I agree. I think it's more like, and I don't think it's anything negative. I think whatever bad blood they might have had with Microsoft is done, but they seem to have made it clear time and time again, like, we just want to do our own thing. We're not interested in being, owned by anybody. We just want to like do our own thing.
Zero, I had a question for you. A Destiny related question. So I pre-ordered the Witch Queen, right? And I got the edition that comes with the Bungie 30th anniversary thing.
Right.
Like, I know that that's coming up like tomorrow kind of thing. How does that fucking affect me though? Like, since I only pre-ordered it and it's technically not out yet because the version I bought isn't out, like, do I just not get to
it affects you on a deep emotional level is what it does.
It actually shouldn't affect you at all.
You're worried about tomorrow? You're over here betraying Halo Infinite, which drops in 2 days.
I know. I'm just asking because I just want my Galahorn. That's all I want. That's the only question I care about.
It drops.
That's all I want to get.
It drops in 2 days for him. It drops in like 4 months for me when I finally buy it.
I actually don't think it'll affect you at all. It really shouldn't. Like, because normally if you pre-order it, like, it's just there.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like, what I don't want is like I get to get that shit all late, and I have to wait till Witch Queen comes out. So I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it should be good.
Yeah. So Omar has been auspiciously quiet. Omar, what have your thoughts been about the success of Halo hitting these high strides?
Congrats for Season 3. Cool.
He said it, Liz.
Can you hear me?
There it is. He said it.
Yeah, we can hear you, but there was so much you had to say.
No, but here is the thing.
Over this past year.
From what I've seen, it's downgraded like a motherfucker. But I'm waiting for the official release.
It's not though. It's not.
So how is it downgraded?
Okay.
I'm just asking because we saw it last year and we said it looked like.
From the screenshot that I've seen, it's downgraded. But again, I literally said I'm waiting for the official release before I make my final judgment about that.
A minute.
So it's downgraded.
Yeah, they did show the pilot's face from a Digital Foundry video that there was a difference between the two models from like the E3 2019 and then current. But overall, like they also showed his clothes. Like his clothes are way more detailed now than they were in that E3 trailer, like by a lot, a whole lot. Like there's a give and take to that, and they said that in the video too. Like you're looking at something that's kind of taken.
Here we go. We actually have one right here. We actually have a fucking comparison video right here from 18 hours ago.
Oh snap!
They don't waste no time, do they?
Mm-hmm. Not by here. It's not by. This is from the gameplay from 2020. Here you go. I'm gonna throw it on the stream so guys build in. There you go. This is the review build. There you go. Hold on. Give me a second. Shout out to Al Alista Debits for this video. Shout outs to him.
Oh yeah, he's always putting up comparison videos. Sheesh.
Yeah, he ain't waste no time on this one.
Nope.
Look at the fucking gun detail. Like I can't compare it to the gameplay reveal.
I would say it looks better so far.
It has to look better than what
Hold
they
on.
showed.
Here you go. Hold on. He should do. There we go. Booyah! Right there. Right fucking there. That is fucking night and day.
Alright, so yeah, it looks a lot worse. Yeah, Omar.
Like, it has to look
they
better.
Fucked up.
Because, once again, I'm very glad that Halo is doing well. And I'll leave it at that, but I am fascinated.
Oh my god, that is fucking night and day. That is a year. That is a fucking year. That is night and fucking day.
I mean, Omar, I've heard you in these spaces just killing Halo, and it comes out with a good score, and all you can say is good job 343.
Oh, here we go. Here is from 2020 to now. There you go. Oh my, wow, Chief actually looks fucking good. Like, that is flat. Like, I'll say, looking at that, Chief's armor looks flat as fuck there as far as color.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like there is a lack of details on like everything. Like as far as like textures and like clothes and shit. Like you could see it.
Yeah. And he looks like he's been in battle now, you know, the little armor don't look perfect, like he's been through some shit. So
like that fucking different. Like I'm gonna fucking say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. Halo 4 Master Chief, fucking new Master Chief. Like that. Like there is nothing. Like goddamn, that is again night and fucking day.
The aesthetic was the aesthetic and lighting was just too clean.
I will say this. I will also turn around and say this. Fuck, from what I've also seen, they've actually taken the Doom Eternal approach to cutscenes, where all cutscenes are in third person, but then when it switches over into gameplay, it goes right into the back of Chief's head. All first, in my opinion, everybody should be following Doom Eternal's example of how to do first-person cutscenes.
Yeah, the game looks a lot better. It looks a lot better.
I didn't realize it looked that bad until you actually see the comparisons. Jeez.
And now you can. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold up. And you the same motherfucker who crucified me and every motherfucker out there that criticized and said that the original fucking Halo reveal in 2020 looked fucking garbage. You and Pharaoh and FC ready to take fucking kneecaps. Now you're telling us that we were right?
No, I didn't say it looked garbage, but it looks a lot better. So, I mean...
No, I never... we gotta run the tape. We gonna have to run the tapes back if you're saying I said that, because that's not what I said at all.
What we said was we care about gameplay. We don't give a shit about graphics. We said Halo was never about graphics.
And yet now you're all about, damn, them graphics good.
No, I said it looks a lot better, but I'm still not like, oh, this is a graphical masterpiece. But it definitely is. You see a night and day difference. You know, their work paid off.
The only thing I've turned around and said that I don't, from what I have seen of this game and its graphics, the only thing I do not like is the mouth movements.
Yeah, the refresh rate on like mouth animations and cutscenes. And Digital Foundry said that there's a patch coming for that. There is a patch.
It's not just that. Weapons' mouth movement looks so fucking weird. Like half of her mouth is like up here, and it's like, yeah, I'm always talking like this with my fucking lips.
They got that. They got that little disease where your face is like kind of paralyzed.
Yeah, they do. They got the Sylvester Stallone fucking lips going on. A big face with a little legs. Like,
yeah.
Everybody else's mouth except for hers looks meh.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like, everything actually... Oh my god, they actually improved the fucking map, thank fuck. But yeah, like, no, please, continue. Everybody, please. Have at Omar for this. Go ahead. I'm gonna sit back and
I'm not trying to crucify him, but I mean, like, he had a lot of energy and spaces for Halo, and you know, we come to the show, and all he can say is "Good job, 343."
I know. I just want to see this down. I just want to see these downgrades that he talking. Like, I want receipts.
It's in the Digital Foundry video. Like
that's what I was talking about. That all of that I've not seen it. I only watched I didn't even watch the Digital one. Only the screenshot, and I literally said I am waiting on the official.
Well, you know, you can't go off of Twitter, man. You can't go off of Twitter because Twitter is gonna take whatever image that they want, and then they're gonna put the narrative they want behind that image.
Dude,
for better or worse.
Jubei literally just said it is downgraded. He just said it himself.
I said it's different, but
Yeah, but
the trade-off, like, and then
yeah, you
his
can
face-
get the trade-off. Yeah.
Side note.
yeah, his
you're
face is
saying-
different, but
Yeah, it's different from the CG trailer released all the way back in 2018, 2019.
yeah, his face is definitely different. But like the clothing detail and shit is head and shoulders. It's like they put a texture pack on it, but then had to change his face. But it's a night and day difference between the two as far as actual details on the models.
Verge, just so you know, sorry, I'll address this now. FC is currently at he's currently looking for some new knees.
No, opinions are fine on Twitter. It's images and how they're spun. You know, how we spin information on Twitter.
I found it's 36 minutes into that Digital Foundry videos where they talk about it and they show it.
Okay.
And actually, outside of the Twitter shit, like there's definitely Twitter compression going on. It's not as bad as what Twitter was showing. Like, that's some garbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, if you're gonna go with
Go to the
video,
original
like,
source.
actually watch the video. Yeah, watch the
Like,
video.
He even has like more details on his hands. You can actually make out like the ring. Like it's a difference for the better overall.
All right. Well, kneecapping aside, and FC's lack of kneecaps aside as well. Next.
Yeah, you need to come through and collect his kneecaps.
Yeah. Speaking of kneecaps, Activision and their bullshit just fucking continuing. So recently, Activision laid off a number of their QA testers, which
I wonder why.
No. You gotta start off with they promised them bonuses and higher raises at first, and they thought they were coming in for raises.
Hold on, I will. Okay, we'll go through this article. Following our news over the Activision Blizzard layoff, at least a dozen quality assurance contractors at Raven Studios, members of the team still with the company. Hold on, let's actually go back to that original article. Oh, I will not turn off our block. Please, fuck off. Let's see. Activision Blizzard has laid off at least a dozen quality assurance contractors from the Call of Duty studio Raven Software, which is isn't that basically all of their fucking studios at this point is just for Call of Duty? Because now even Toys for fucking Bob is working on Call of Duty, which is fucking sad. As part of a restructuring effort for the studio, as reported by the Washington Post, current employees confirm that even more contractors will be informed over the next few days if they are laid off too. Raven Software worked with... Yeah, we already know about that. Studio will be meeting with these contractors between December the 3rd and 8th to tell them if they're being promoted or terminated by January 28th. Like, that's... Wow. Like you being called in, you don't know if you're seeing the pearly gates or if you're seeing the fucking executioner.
Like, we got good news for you. We're extending your vacation time. How much time are you giving me? Unlimited.
Just not paid.
Vacation time.
Just not fucking paid. Alright, and obviously in response to this, members of the Raven Software, the workers, give me a second. So yeah, the original story, following the news of the weekend's layoffs, members of the team still with the company have announced plans to do a walkout and demand that the layoff employees return and are offered full-time positions. Members of Raven Software's QA team, who work to ensure the quality of Call of Duty Warzone, sorry, I needed to get that laugh out about that. Issued a statement. In response to the events of Friday, the Raven QA team and other members of Raven's staff will be walking out with a singular demand. Every member of the QA team, including those terminated on Friday, must be offered full-time positions. Yeah, because it's not like Activision couldn't fucking afford it. But the update...
Well, I'm sure at the time they made these promises, Activision was in a much better place. Like their stock is like taking a massive hit.
Yeah, you're right, Pharaoh.
And I don't.
But when they made this promise, they were making over probably about 950 million profit. Now they're only making 900 million profit. You're right. They were in a much better place.
Nah, they got hit a lot harder than that. But I mean, I don't feel bad for them because they earned everything that's coming their way right now. But it's unfortunate that the person at the top never takes the hit. It's always the guy underneath.
Oh, okay. Hold on. New news about Halo Infinite. According to Kotaku, you can't replay campaign missions in Halo Infinite.
Yep. I got read it.
You can't replay them?
Yeah, you can.
Yep. You can.
One of the joys of Halo is replayability. Ask any devotee and you'll get some story about endless rerunning the library in Halo Combat Evolved. Yeah, no, apparently...
Like, you can't... Like, basically, it's not like a chapter select thing. You gotta play the whole thing. Yeah. You have to play the whole thing through each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play the entire game.
Yeah, you gotta play the whole thing.
Yeah. Is that new?
Which...
That's new.
That is new.
Well, actually, I don't remember for 4 and 5.
No, you could. No, you could. No, you always could. You always could. That's new, but that... Okay, now that's fucking annoying, but I'm not gonna lie... It's fucking open world, so I don't know what people were expecting.
I mean, I hate to bring up the big D word again, but Destiny.
Yeah, but Destiny's a different beast. Destiny's an MMO. Like, you can go back and do any mission you want. Like, that's a different beast. This isn't an MMO, it's a straight shooter.
Destiny also vaults shit and takes it out of the damn game.
Hey, I'm not trying to praise it up high. I'm just saying.
No, well, I'll leave that to Pharaoh. But yeah, so in an update to this story, workers of the walkout provided an update saying over 60 Raven employees have joined the walkout in support of the QA team. However, they have called leadership's response to the walkout disappointing, saying that leadership have repeatedly said that these are not layoffs but a termination of contract. Which, okay, if we are
semantics,
if we're talking, that is semantics. But in the broad term of things, with the way they're calling them contractors, I'm assuming they're independent contractors. So that isn't incorrect, because it's still a fucking termination. Like, you're terminating, you are terminating their contracts, but like that's apples and oranges. It's still a fucking fruit. You're laying them off because you were still paying them. Despite announcing an intent to promote 500 contractors. Walkout employees say that it will not stand for a core part of the studio being the source of the most, if not all, terminations. Which, I mean, after fucking Call of Duty Cold War, I would say hire them on to fucking QA test other Call of Duties, because Cold War came out like shit. They need all the fucking QA testers they can get. Thoughts, Jube? Thoughts? Okay, Jube's not there. Jube's dead. He's got his dreadlocks stuck in a fucking ceiling fan again.
Sorry. I was resetting my mic, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, what was the question?
Thoughts on these layoffs and the fact that Activision just can't seem to get its shit together and stay out of the fucking news. It's like fucking... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of fucking Bethesda and Fallout 76 all over again. Where it's like you turn the corner and it just keeps getting worse and fucking worse.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of just scummy. Like, I don't know why they keep wanting bad PR like this, because that's kind of scummy to do. Like, literally firing people because you don't.
Well, it's not. It's they don't think us gamers care or pay attention to stuff like this, so it's not really
obviously
bad
I
PR.
mean, again, they still selling games and COD and shit because nobody really gives.
Well, Vanguard is not selling well. It's not selling to standard.
Did they get some money for it? Yes, they shouldn't have got a damn dime for that game.
It's not selling to their standard. So,
maybe if they released a better game, it might.
Well, maybe if they didn't have the scandal, also.
It's a compound problem.
Yeah.
Hold on, no,
they'll fire their QA. They'll fire their fucking QA, but they won't get rid of the enabler that they got.
Yeah, hold on. He says lowest. I had to check. It's the lowest. It has the lowest launch sales since fucking Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, it's not doing very well.
Yeah, good. I'm fucking glad. Maybe this will, like, honestly, I didn't buy this Call. Here's the thing. Before all this shit came out, I even turned around and said I didn't want to buy this new Call of Duty because it's like I'm fucking done with battle passes. Like I got burned out by a battle pass in a year and a half. That is insane that I'd get sick of that. I didn't even complete the last fucking battle pass for Call of Duty Cold War because it's like I've got shit I want to play. I want to play fucking Skyrim.
That's right.
Fucking hell. Zero thoughts.
I mean, I know it's always a kind of a dirty word in certain circles, but like once again, this is why that word unionize comes to mind with certain things like this. Like, truth be told, Bobby K is going out with a golden parachute, or he's not going out at all.
That's what I said. But
either way, like he's gonna be fine regardless. So like that unfortunately, some things are just too big to break, but you can just move it away. And so hopefully that's most likely what would happen with him. But this team, these are people responsible for making your games like good, at the very least work.
Yeah, these are the teams that basically tell you if this shit is broken or not.
Yeah, with just the recent things about like when Bethesda was bought and it was, what about Bethesda? And then any recent things with Cyberpunk, some of the early stuff with Days Gone, all of these games.
GTA,
some of the stuff
Defective Edition.
GTA, like all of this stuff, like a lot of the work comes out from QA testers who, at least on the Activision side, clearly aren't getting the respect and frankly, just like job security is the rough word, I guess, to use for it. But some level of just like camaraderie, right? Like I am sure that there's a bunch of BS memos going around like, oh, we're all in this together, and like when Call of Duty wins, we all win. But like that's not true. And Activision, if nobody else has proved it, the lawsuit is just only exposed what we've already seen, like already sort of thought about. But like even when people are actively getting hurt, they still manage to double down and do something even worse. Like they are fighting to be like they are like clearly one of the worst video game companies out here right now.
I don't know. Like fucking Take-Two is really fucking really going for that crown.
And Take-Two's being a bit of an asshole about what
Take-Two looked at history and realized the Third Reich might have not have been a bad idea and are trying for the Fourth Reich. Because with all the shit they've been doing to modders, sending DMCAs to take down mods for the GTA games, and then also sending out a copyright claim to the goddamn developers of It Takes Two, that they own the fucking name Take-Two, so they're gonna have to change the fucking name.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely terrible. However, like
I think
they are not being investigated by the government for sexual assault claims. Like
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I would say, as far as we know, the Bill Cosby suite did not come from them. It came from Activision's team.
I don't know.
And so, these people deserve. I'm glad they're walking out, and like hopefully, like they get the support they need. And Activision kind of fixes things. The sad part is because like Activision is probably going to wind up in this weird limbo for quite a while until like the dust settles.
3-5 years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of causes, if not handled strategically, will unfortunately fall by the wayside. Because Activision, they've already sort of done it, but like they will be glad to say, hey guys, like we are no longer sexually harassing people. Good for us, and completely ignore what they did to the QA testers, and that that's somehow a badge of honor that you're not doing this anymore. So I really hope that if they've got somebody on their side, like somebody's thinking, operating strategically, because it's good to fight, but sometimes you have to fight smart particularly with a company this large, and make them hear you and make them understand, because I promise you, they are focused on the big thing in the room. And sometimes those small things fall through the cracks.
They also need to keep fighting. Like this is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Absolutely.
Like,
this is a long time. A lot of people are going to get hurt. Bodies will be left in the wake. But hopefully, when they come out on the other side of this, like, those people will be better for it. And frankly, maybe everyone more people in the industry will be better for it, right? Like, QA testers.
Like, I think this is something. This might be an extreme to turn around and say, but honestly, it's like we've seen this kind of thing before. Like, oh, we're gonna do a walkout and stuff like that. Some for good causes, others for retarded causes. This, like, I'll give you 2 examples. Like, for me, the Dave Chappelle thing, Netflix employees walking out, that's dumb. Okay, you're getting offended over jokes. And like that whole situation was dumb. You're walking out for all the wrong reasons because your fees were hurt. Then you have this walkout where it makes sense. You have people actively getting hurt and stuff like that. But the problem is nobody, and this is the goddamn truth, because causes are made and broke by martyrs. Nobody in causes like this is willing to martyr themselves to be able to make it a bigger cause. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yes, absolutely. But that is not without the intervention of the company who they're fighting against as well. Scabs. Everybody knows what scabs are. They've been a thing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think from a development standpoint, or just like this quote unquote IT world, because the video game fits into that space, a lot of people still view it very differently. And there's always folks who just say, go get another job. Like, that's the rallying cry for people who just don't tend to care about what workers are dealing with. It is just like, why don't you just leave and get another one? It's like, no, why don't I stay and change what's happening here? Why is leaving the option? If I leave, nothing has changed, and then eventually the entire industry winds up at the place I just left from. So I just conspiracy theory hat. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Activision is making it actively harder for those to like not properly martyr themselves, right? Like, there is a way to handle this, and true, there are many nuances on how you're going to get it done. And big companies will fight to make sure none of them happen. And so there might be somebody who is willing to do it. Hell, there might be somebody who already did. We just don't hear about them for a whole host of reasons.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, it's like, once again, Activision's got the big scandal going on right now. They're like dealing with that. They can eat that, if you will. So if something else comes out about the QA team, all right, let's throw somebody else under the bus. About like, oh, this other dude also sexually harassed this woman. Like, oh yeah, now all attention is on this cause specifically, and Activision is already dealing with that, as opposed to, once again, these workers, everybody's forgotten about them because it's not the sexy story at the moment.
Yeah, it's a smoke screen. Yeah,
that's perfect word for it. It's a smoke screen. So like, I do agree with you. Like, it's hard. To be a martyr is a difficult thing to do, and it's not for everybody. So I don't fault people who can't or don't want to. But like, just look at what the left hand's doing, even though the right is like in your face. That's all.
True that.
Pharaoh, do you got any thoughts that haven't been? You got any additional thoughts?
I just think it's unfortunate. I think it's really bad when people get laid off during the holiday season. I think if they knew they were letting these people go, I think they should have, made an effort to find new employment for them, either within the company or, just outside, through partner relationships. Like, hey, we're about to let some QA testers go. Do you need any, just things like that? I think would have gone a long way.
Yeah, and it's not even no. Do you know what? I do agree with that. Why? Okay, because this is clearly budget cutting. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is budget cutting. Like, they are laying off, like, a lot of companies are doing this, fucking, like, not just in the world of video games, but a lot of companies
So
are doing
it happens a lot during this time of year.
Oh, no, I get that, but I'm talking about, like, it's, like, this entire year has been, like, a lot of companies just laying off people for budget cuts, yet they're making exorbitant fucking profit.
Gotta protect those bonuses. You gotta, the games aren't selling, so you gotta ensure that you get your bonus. And like I said, at the end of the day, the guy at the top is never gonna suffer. He's always gonna eat. He doesn't care if you eat.
But yeah, like, that's a good question. Why didn't they just allocate these guys to go on QA tests for other games? Like, okay, we're moving your contract from Raven Software. We're gonna contract you over in, like, fucking Sledgehammer's games or Infinity Ward's games because we want you to test their fucking multiplayer or their single player campaign to see if it's actually good or bug free.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would like to see.
This is not per se new. I've seen it with WWE. Like, they're making a lot of money and still laid off more than 80 people.
Actually, it's over
a lot of companies do it this time of year.
No, that's over the year. They've laid off over 100 people over the course of a year.
Hmm? And they're making the most amount of money because of services and because of deals.
Better.com have just laid off 15% of their fucking workforce as well.
Yeah, so it's like, I will never understand the business outwork and stuff like that.
Seriously, fuck them all.
That's the reality of things.
It is. Also fucking sucks. Alright. And on to the last subject. Listen, gentlemen, and for the audience currently watching, who is Spartacus? God, I'm fucking old. But I can tell you
what?
I can tell you what Project Spartacus is. It is.
Good.
I heard you laughing, motherfucker. You weren't muted.
I was laughing at you.
I know you were.
You said you were old. Stop saying you're old, then, bro.
Anyway, what Project Spartacus is seemingly okay. For the sake of Omar not bitching about it, it is PlayStation's response to Game Pass. And by the Bloomberg article, which and I'll just read this out for the reading impaired. Bloomberg has obtained documents from insiders connected to PlayStation that suggest that the company has plans to introduce a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 version of Xbox Game Pass. It's dubbed Spartacus. The Sony plans to release it in the spring. According to unidentified insiders, this new feature will be the result of a merger of two current memberships, PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. Based on the information shared by these insiders who requested anonymity, Sony plans to merge these two programs. However, that they plan on keeping the PlayStation Plus brand and ignoring the PlayStation Now platform. Beginning in the spring, the membership, which has previously only allowed access to online titles and free monthly games, should have its own library of new and classic games for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. The revamped subscription would essentially be a reimagining of PlayStation Plus with some of the better elements, well, in fucking brackets there, better elements of PlayStation Now thrown in for good measure. The files included free subscription classes, which may not be official. The first would be providing the existing PlayStation Plus perks, which is basically just PlayStation Plus. That level 1. Level 1, PlayStation Plus. Level 2, the second would be improved with a substantial collection of PlayStation 4 games and later from PlayStation 5. So that sounds like they're going to allow you a free library of, okay, you can play any PlayStation 4 game you want if you pay this each month. And also PlayStation 5 games when they start coming out. And then the last one, the third, would be more comprehensive with extra demos, cloud play, and a library of masterpieces from the first PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and even PlayStation and PSP. Basically meaning you get... That is effectively a revamped PlayStation... That's PlayStation Plus including PlayStation Now with extra things. Because I don't think there's a lot of, if any, PSP games on PlayStation Now, if I'm correct. Honestly, they're missing Vita because it's not like the PlayStation 5 or 4 can't do play Vita games, because they can.
I wonder if they're just using PSP for a catch-all term and are going to put the Vita games on there. I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think the Vita games will be in there too. I think it's going to be just the entire legacy collection of whatever they want to put on those servers. It'll be there.
I want. See, here's the thing. I would not mind being able to play. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get this, but I would like to be able to have the option to play games like Killzone Mercenaries with a fucking controller without having to get a PlayStation TV.
Right.
So now, another question is if they end up killing the Vita store again, if they actually end up killing it, when you release a game, do you have to release it into the service? Is that your only option?
Well, this is also being reported on by Jason Schreier as well. Tweeted it out. The new service expected in the spring will most likely retain the PlayStation Plus branding. Don't expect Sony to include its big new games day one like Game Pass does. But the expectation is a stronger offering than PlayStation Now. Jason Schreier, the journalist who authored the reports of Bloomberg, added that Sony will most likely preserve the PlayStation Plus name. Yeah, but don't expect like brand new games like God of War Ragnarok day one on PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus 2?
PlayStation or whatever it's called. It would be tier 2, my assumption. Since tier 1 would be just regular PlayStation Plus, tier 2 would be
PlayStation Plus Now, PlayStation Plus Ultimate.
Actually, I think the last one would be PlayStation Plus Now. Love how I would just spitball on what the names could be. Okay, but
I kind of hope they keep like the Roman thing, like Spartacus, and I don't know anybody else from Spartacus, but like that.
Roman, Leonidas. No, Leonidas was Greek. Caesar.
In the new one, I got some names, but I ain't watched the old one.
Yeah.
My thoughts on this is they're effectively doing a Nintendo. They're selling you backwards compatibility for a fucking monthly price. Now, here's the thing. This is the other thing. Yearly cost for a PlayStation Plus subscription over here in the UK is £60 goddamn pounds a year. £50 to £60. They start adding this shit, that fucker is gonna skyrocket closer and closer to £100 a year.
Yep.
I think you're underestimating it, because if I don't know if you remember, but when PlayStation Now, was first in its inception, it was $20 a month.
No, I don't remember because I wasn't stupid enough to jump on the bandwagon of PlayStation Now then or now.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus used to be $20. It used to be $20 a month. So I'm sure it was £20 a month over there.
Omar will get this joke. This is how the tiers are going to be. Omar will get this joke. If there are free tiers, this is how the tiers are going to be. It's going to be PlayStation Plus then, PlayStation Plus Now, and then the third tier is PlayStation Plus Forever.
I hate you.
Honestly, I like it. Well, except for the then. I don't want to switch to then. But PS Plus Forever, PS Plus, PSPF, PSPN, and whatever the first one would be.
You know you love that, Jube.
But no, I think I think the price could go as high as $20 a month if you go monthly.
I think it'd be higher than that. Like, 'cause you got to think like there's a tier that's just pretty much how PS Plus is now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That lets you stream and then play some PS4 games and some PS5 games, and then there's the one that's adding like all the backwards compatibility, like with PS1.
No. Tier 2. According to this, Tier 2 is only. Tier 2 would only add the PlayStation 4 games and then PlayStation 5 games when they come out. The last one includes demos, cloud play, and the complete library. That's the third tier.
As far as I think if they
the
still
second
maintain,
tier doesn't
if they still
include streaming.
No.
That's corny. That's
so
corny.
I think tiered. I think it'll be. I think they'll have a monthly where you can pay month to month. But I also think they're gonna, unlike Game Pass, I think they're gonna do an annualized version where it would kind of be a little bit cheaper if you paid for the year up front.
Game Pass should fucking do that. Honestly, I would say that's probably the only thing. I would say that's aside from my apprehension to subscription services, because fuck, I'm broke as a motherfucker and can't afford all of these because I've only got like 2 going on, and that's for my Minecraft realm because people play Minecraft with me, and my Nintendo one because that's literally £15 a fucking year, so that's a drop in the bucket. Like one of the major hurdles for me for a Game Pass thing would be an annual fucking payment plan. Give me an annual option, and I'll actually seriously consider it. Because then I don't need to think about it for another 12 fucking months. I don't need to be thinking about, oh well, god, I can't pay for Game Pass this month or anything like that. Okay, I guess at least if it's an annual, I can save up little by little so that I've got that money aside for that specific purpose at the end of the year. But anyway,
what I fucking want though is so I have like 5 years of PS Plus paid up. What I need to know what my conversion ratio is to go into this new service.
That's also a good
point.
question.
Yes.
Well, you know they're gonna, to get people over, they're gonna have a little special.
Probably.
They have to. If that shit is not 1-to-1 initially or close to it, I'm gonna be really upset.
Oh, prepare to be upset, Jubei.
They'll probably do 1-to-1 for PS4. They probably won't do one. They probably won't do 1-to-1 for the top tier for tier 3, but for tier 2 they probably will do 1.
What I don't like about this, what I specifically don't like about this, is there is aside from a place like there should have been at least PlayStation 3 games added to that second tier. Like that second tier should have been PlayStation 3, 4, and 5 games.
Well, the reason that PlayStation 3 isn't included is because you have to do PlayStation 3 through the cloud.
Maybe.
And the cloud stuff is included in the third tier.
Exactly.
Yeah, and cloud. So that's the reason it's not there.
Also, not all of them are through the cloud. I'm pretty positive I have
PlayStation 3 games.
Yeah, I feel almost. In fact,
Jack,
the one I can think of off the top of my head might be Hot Shots Tennis, which could be 2 or 3. I might just go turn on my PlayStation and look for a second.
Go do it.
But as we'll talk as I do it. But the thing I was worried about, or at least they have actually pretty solid collection of PS3 games in there. So what they need to do, I think I said in chat, they need to bump up 2 and 1. Their 2 and 1 offerings are trash in PS Now currently. It's no more than 30 games, I believe.
Damn.
And that might be generous, but
collective or individual?
Collective.
My God, there's more. Like Xbox One has more than that on fucking service.
There's like 10 games in for PS1 and in PS Now. There's only about like 10 PS1 games, I believe.
That's atrocious.
So it makes sense, even though I don't like it. It makes sense why they put the PS3 on the other tier, because if they kept it in that middle tier, unless they bumped up the 2 and 1 offerings, there would be no reason to get the full tier. Because you would essentially just be getting, which is mostly what I do now for PS Now, it's 5, 4, and 3. That's pretty much everything I play.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna bump it up. I'm pretty sure. I think it's gonna be a lot more extensive.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worth your money if you want to play older games.
Yeah, like if as long as if they said they were including PSP in that, right?
Yeah, PSP.
Yes.
So like, and depending on the offerings in there, like this might be,
the price.
Because there are some games that people wanna go back and play. Like Legend of Dragoon,
Yep.
I mean, if they don't want to play
yeah. But also
Legend of
again,
The
Dragon
like,
Resistance
also-
games.
It's not
But
coming back,
here's-
guys. Get over it.
Here's my thing.
That's what
Here's
I
my
said.
thing.
It's
Here's that.
it's not coming back, but it'll come back on that service, maybe.
Here's my thing. Here's the thing that just I'm more worried about. And this is the thing I need to know. The games on offer, are we going to see any goddamn improvement with these games, or are they just going to be bog standard fucking emulation like what Nintendo did?
I don't think there's gonna
Standard
be
emulation. Standard
Yeah.
emulation.
No, it needs
after
to be
Xbox
improved.
set called it quits.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna do it
emulation, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah,
No,
I think what we saw from Xbox is a rarity. I don't think that's the
They know
standard.
with the
Yeah.
PlayStation. No, okay. Mainly with so here's the thing with PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 and 2 games. I'd at least like them to add some form of AI anti-aliasing because that's not impossible. Just to smooth out some edges. But with the PlayStation 3 games, they could easily, like work because like I'm sure a lot of the games that they actually own these games. So they could easily just say, okay, we want to bump this up to like full 1080, 60 frames per second. They could.
But who can they commit to doing that?
It wouldn't
Like,
actually
I mean,
cost
like-
that much in resources.
You know, like Xbox actually put together a back compat team for that type of stuff.
And I'm telling you right now, here's the thing: with that back compat team, they didn't have the source code to be able. They had to work ground up to do that. You gotta remember, for all these games, specifically PlayStation first party ones, they still have the source code and everything for that. So so it would actually be easier for PlayStation to do it.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't. I'm not saying that is difficult, but I'm saying who's gonna do it? Like, do they make a new team for that purpose?
I'm sure they're going
you
to
know,
throw on it. I'm just saying, like they need to entice me because they need to entice people to give a shit. Because I'm gonna be fucking frank with you. There are some games on the PlayStation 3 first party that run like ass. Like I love.
When you go back and play a bunch of old games in their original state without anything being done to them. A lot of them
hell no.
There are lots.
Not that.
They don't run like how you remember them.
Not as bad as like that era. Not as bad as that era. You go back and you can play stuff like fuck it. You can go back and play like Ocarina of Time and shit like that. Yeah, it runs a little less than your childhood remembers, but it's still fucking playable. But you go back and play something like Infamous, when shit starts popping off in that game, like you can feel the fucking frame rate struggling. Like you can feel that motherfucker wanting to commit seppuku.
Well, maybe that's just a hardware limitation. Maybe it'll be fine on the server.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to know.
So I will say, you were right, Pharaoh. I apologize on that one. All PS3 games they're just streamable.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So,
but there are no PS1 games on this service. Then there are only 16 PS2 games.
yeah, I would expect that, you know, and I'm guessing that's why they signed that deal with the Azure servers so that they could have, you know, room for these games. I'm sure this isn't something that they just thought of like a year ago.
Yeah, and honestly, they're gonna have to, particularly the PS2, they're gonna have to bump it. The games here aren't. I'm not gonna say they're trash, but like it's Ape Escape, Dark Cloud 2, Hot Shots Tennis, Destroy All Humans 1 and 2, 2 Harvest Moons, Rogue Galaxy, Wild Arms 3.
Rogue Galaxy is great, but the problem with it is the resolution.
Yeah.
That's my
I always thought of Harvest Moon as a Nintendo game. It's just
also
it's better on the Switch.
You can buy Dark Cloud 1 and 2 off of the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rogue Galaxy of the store as well. Yeah, you can do.
Oh no, but the thing is, once this service comes out, they're gonna start removing games from the store to make sure that you have to get the service.
No,
to
I just
enjoy
question.
some of these
No, I
older
just
games.
no. Just in my head is like, okay, you've got that on a streaming service, but why would I pay like monthly for that when I can literally do a one-off payment and own it? Like
this streaming service is more built towards 4 and 3. The 3 they have fantastically excellent collection of games on for 3.
Yeah, for example.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, a lot of those games that are going into the service that you can buy are going to magically disappear out the store. Because I mean that's how you entice people to get the service.
Or magically up in price.
Yeah, one of the two. One of the two is going to happen. They're going to become a lot more expensive. Either way, they're going to do something to entice you to. I'd rather get this service than buy the game.
Looking at the list of what they have, if they're deciding that the top tier is PS1, 2, and 3, I would be shocked if it was less than $120.
Yeah, we're gonna get bumped significantly.
Oh, quite
be
significantly.
shocked.
That leads me on to Omar.
I can see it being. I think tier 3 could be as high as 160 per year, but I don't think it. Like I think it'll be around 120, but I think it can because Sony will overcharge you and then let the market dictate that it needs to be cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, PlayStation Plus
They've done it before. They've done it before. So
Like
they did it
right
with PS Now.
I'm paying $120. I have PS Plus and I have PS Now.
Yeah, so they'll bump it up to 160 for the Premier package. 160, maybe 200. I'm telling you.
I do not know if I want to do that. Like, and I'm the guy who does this, and I had to make a hard stand for Nintendo. Like, guys, I can't do this. Which
Yeah,
sucks
I'm gonna
because they're
go with 200. Like, what's Game Pass price?
Game Pass
No.
is free if you use Microsoft Rewards.
Oh, fuck off! Just tell him the actual goddamn price!
It's $180 a year for Game Pass Ultimate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's
for
180
maximum, you're gonna see it for
Game Pass,
180.
regular Game Pass is $120.
Yeah, so the maximum you're gonna see is between 120 and 180. You're not gonna see it going 200. Like,
I do not want to pay $180 for this.
No!
hey, this is the road that I don't want PlayStation to take, and they took it. So yeah, and no one asked for
Okay,
it.
you know what, Omar, no, go ahead. I actually want, because I was curious. Like, what are your thoughts on this, and how much are you willing to pay for this?
My thoughts on this is dog shit, but I'm keeping an eye on the games that are going to be for PlayStation 3. If I find Eternal Sonata on there, I'm gonna subscribe for 1 month, play Eternal Sonata, and call it a day. But my biggest focus on this is the demo. If you know me, then you know that I have always advocated for more demo. So, but if
Why do you gotta pay for them?
that's the
Why do you have to
biggest
pay to know if you want to buy a game?
And
Also, just to help you,
I'm
Omar,
curious how they. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say just to help you, I'm pretty positive Eternal Sonata is already on PS Now.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably
Returnal's on
check
PS
it.
Now?
Yeah.
No, Eternal.
I might subscribe and turn back for it, play it in a month, and call it a day. Then.
I hope you got a good internet connection.
Yeah, just remember it's streaming, so yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't mind.
Returnal is streaming only?
No, Eternal Sonata.
Eternal
Oh,
Sonata.
okay. I thought you said
Eternal.
return. I'm about to say, like, what?
No, Eternal Sonata.
Sounds crazy. Okay.
So, the thing is, there are a few PlayStation 3 games that I would to play. Like, for example, there's a game called 3D Dot Heroes. It's actually delisted on PlayStation. I couldn't buy it. I had to buy it physical and fucking expensive. So,
I mean, there are a
I'm
bunch of
definitely
old games
gonna
I wouldn't
play that.
mind going back and playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
so-
rather own them.
there is that, but then there's also the whole concept with demos. Like, I'm
I
definitely
mean-
gonna get more out of it, but I need to see what do you mean? Is it so that every game is gonna get a demo then?
Just
If
say it's
that's-
with extra demos.
Yeah, just extra demos, and I don't like the idea of having to pay
I don't
for
like that as well.
to pay for a demo. It's like
I don't like that as well. Trust me, but what can you do?
Easy.
not
Don't
pay.
pay the subscription.
not pay for the service.
Yeah, but I've always advocated for my demo, and especially me when I am.
So basically, you're creating your excuse for why you have to have this service because of demos. So you're gonna pay $200 a year basically for demos.
No, I literally said I'm gonna wait and see how it plays out. And again, we don't even know what the price is going to be. And again, I said it. They are not gonna go 200. They'll be crucified for this.
I
If they
hope,
don't
they,
do-
I hope they stay at
Don't underestimate Sony. They got crucified for $70. They got crucified for $70 games.
Dude, not the only company with $70 games. Stop with that bullshit. Like,
Did I
for
say
real,
that they're the
stop
only
with-
ones? I said they got crucified for it. No one else talked about the other companies. They only talked about PlayStation.
I
Right?
know people people
No.
gave shit to EA for it as well.
EA didn't go to $70 at first. They let you go. They let.
it. EA started the whole $70 thing with
No,
what
PlayStation started it.
No, EA did. We
With what
literally
game?
put fucking what's the name of that game when they put that behind the Black Mamba edition? What's the name of that fucking game?
Oh no, that was 2K.
That's not EA. That's not EA. So you're wrong there. That's not even EA. That's a whole different developer.
That's 2K.
And
Yeah, that's
and 2K has been doing the additions of their basketball game for years, and it starts at 60 and it goes up to 100, and it's actually a discount because the VC is so damn fucking expensive in the game. And yeah, fuck that game. But yeah, they didn't start it.
Pissed them off.
The $70 trend.
They didn't
just
start
follow with
$70 because the Mamba edition is $100. So they didn't start like they've been doing these. You know, they've been doing this for a while. As someone who plays 2K,
2K did start it. 2K did start it. I'm looking at Polygon.
But here's the thing. I've been buying $80 Madden editions for years.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Hold on. There is a difference between buying an edition, because I bought a couple editions myself. I bought the Mass Effect Andromeda Rover edition, where I got the RC. I bought the Destiny Special Edition with the postcards and the badges and shit like that. I bought the Persona 5 Royal Special Edition with the mask and everything. There's a difference between buying a special edition and getting additional goodies and shit with it, and then paying extra for the base game. There is a big goddamn difference. But yes, no.
Yeah.
2K started it with NBA 2K21.
Yeah.
When it went from 60 to 70 for next generation consoles, for PlayStation 5 and Xbox at Series X.
Do you know how I know about that? Because we had Kofi, and he had one of the best rant out there on VGP nonetheless.
And I even brought up the fact that it just felt really fucking scummy as well. The fact that, because I remember this because I even turned around and fucking said, "Thank God some of this money is going towards LeBron's family," because because doing this on a version Kobe Bryant. Sorry, Kobe Bryant. Thank God Kobe's family is getting some of this money, because to do it on an edition, to do this on a game with him on the cover, considering he just fucking died, felt scummy as fuck.
It still was, because let's be honest here, Kobe Bryant's family didn't need the money. Like, they're fine. It was for them. Like, and then they probably had to, like, we can't do this without giving them something. But like, it was I agree with you. It's a BS move all the way through. It was always scummy.
But they do this. They do these editions all the time, and they've done it with Michael Jordan.
No. Stop with the editions.
No.
Like,
I'm just saying, this is a yearly thing where they pick an athlete, and it's not always a current playing athlete.
Right? Yeah.
I agree with the whole Kobe thing, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about as far as like price jacking. Like, everybody has done editions. Fucking everybody has done editions. Battlefield has done the premium editions. Like I said, there's always editions when it comes to games. But the base price was always 60. It was 2K that started the $10 price hike when it came to new generation consoles, because Well, with that 2K game, give me a second. If I got a PlayStation Game Pass, does that mean I can finally play their masterpiece, Life of Black Tiger, for a fee per month? Oh, by the way, speaking of Black Tiger, remember what I called Tyrone Woodley after he lost to Jake Paul? When we were talking about the Black Myth, and I said, when would we start talking about Tyrone Woodley? Yeah, did you hear he's gonna fight him again?
He's gonna
I don't do boxing anymore. Oh, I don't do fighting anymore. I'm done with that. That's sport until it gets interesting.
Is he going for the sequel, Black Myth 2 Electric Boogaloo?
I'm done.
Anyway, right, okay, Omar, sorry, please continue about this service and why you will most likely buy it just for demos.
Wait and see, and how it's all being panned out. But I'm absolutely not a fan of this one. No, Lucy, nay. Sorry, my cat would jump on the laptop and kill the entire stream for me. So I had to tell him that. But yeah, no, I am absolutely not a fan of this one, and I truly hope that they don't go more than 160 with it.
60 would be a steal. Although
I got them crossing that $200 barrier. I do, but
I personally think they are going to go higher than 160 just because for nothing else.
They're gonna do so because they need to rival Game Pass price.
You're right. Hold on.
And I don't think that they're gonna, because otherwise, if they're gonna do that, there's literally no reason to do this then. Because the price hike would justify putting the PSP, PS2, PS1 games on there. Right now, I'm eating good with PS3, 4, and 5 for 160. So that the back three is probably going to push it up to maybe that 180, possibly like Pharaoh says, that $200. Because
because you're getting these premium demos now. You're getting this legacy collection.
And Dante, help me out, or Juve as well. I think we all have Switch online.
Mm-hmm.
Switch just has demos, but with or without it, Switch just has demos, right?
Yes, just without it, there is demos.
Demos are free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Demos should be free. You're trying to get me to buy your game.
Yep, demos should be free.
That's the whole point of the demo. You're trying to convince me that I should purchase your game.
You're trying to convince me to give a shit.
That's funny.
I don't know. Now, the more I think about it, the less I'm kind of happy about this.
Can you imagine E3 next year when or whenever the next big state of play is, and they show a game and they're like, it's playable exclusively on PlayStation, whatever, with this subscription. You're gonna build all this hype up for a game and then lock the demo behind the paywall.
That would be met with a resounding "fuck you" from me.
And then I wonder how they separate it, right? So, because that for example, I'm looking at the God of Wars. That means if I wanted to play through all the God of Wars, I would have to get the full price version.
Yeah, you do. Pay up, bitch.
Or things like, because I don't know when these games came out, like Final Fantasy 9.
That's a PlayStation 2 game, so that would be on cloud.
Yes.
But on here, it's listed as PS4. So is the idea that they're going to push it down to 2? Same with 8 remastered.
Was Final Fantasy 9 ever remastered?
Wasn't that so? Hold on, wait.
There's a digital edition, so I don't know if this is remastered or not.
Well, it's on Game Pass, so it's all good.
Yeah, it says the release date was September 2017. It looks a little better.
I think Final Fantasy 9 is on Game Pass.
Wait, no, there is a Final Fantasy 9 remaster.
Okay, and
I thought it got
that's a PS4 remaster or PS3 remaster?
Give me a minute because it's on Steam right now. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find out.
I guess if it's 2017, it would have to be PS4.
Yeah, so it was released in 2000. Yeah, it was released on PlayStation 4, so it might have been re-released for PlayStation 4 because it was also re-released for the PlayStation 3, the Xbox One, Android OS. So yeah, it looks like it got a re-release. on
So,
digital
see,
stores.
I'm worried about that too. So,
No. That's completely out of Sony's hands. That is a Square Enix deal.
no, I mean for how they're going to classify these games now.
Right. Well, no,
Like,
no. Okay.
This Final Fantasy.
This Final Fantasy. So here's the thing: the way I see it, and this is the way that they should do it. So it's not the way they're gonna do it. Games that get re-released by studios, so like Final Fantasy IX, that got a re-release on these digital stores for shits and giggles. Like, we want a little extra money. People want this. Fuck it. Just put it out there. It's going to cost us jack and or shit, and make us profit. They're not going to reclassify that, because it is just a re-release from a studio that is not under the Sony umbrella. Now, if they use the original version of something, so say Killer 7, because that got re-released on PC. If they put Killer 7 up, that'll be classified as a PS2 game, despite the fact that it got re-released recently for PC. And it's fucking amazing. Go play Killer 7. Suda51 is his best.
Or here's a good one, because and just Crow correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know dates. God of War 3, PS3 game.
PS3 game, yes.
So God of War Remastered is a PS4 game.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what they'll get you. That's how they'll get you. You'll play the remastered, and you'll be like, "Well, I want to play God of War 2 now." Like, well, you gotta up your subscription.
I see that. Yeah.
Now, here's the difference. There's another rabbit hole, because there is also a PS3 version of God of War 1 and 2 in the HD collection, which I'm fucking sure is the version they use on PlayStation now is the HD version, not the original.
It's the HD version, yeah.
Yeah, and they're fucking awful. Just boot that up.
They're gonna get you.
Zero. Boot that up and just boot up the first one, and then just stand back from your speakers, because it might just blow your eardrums out with how fucking loud that music is. Because no,
I've already played it. It's super bad. I'm going through all of the God of Wars.
Yeah, the mixing in that HD collection is fucking garbage.
It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, they're gonna get you.
Oh, they'll get Omar.
And like again, and I'm saying this as a person, like, because I think I'm the only one with it now currently.
Yes, you are.
I think Kofi has it.
Maybe Kofi does.
I think Kofi has it, but yeah.
I've been I've been singing its praises about, like, I don't understand why people don't like streaming services, because like PS Now is great. Like, I can't play the old God of Wars because I'm not hooking up my PS3 to do it. So, or my PS2 or 1 for some of these. So like, it's good to have them, and the PS3 collection is fine. Like, it's pretty solid. We got there are a bunch of games on here.
Zero.
But to now move it and make me pay more is kind of frustrating.
It's retarded. Zero, allow me to introduce you to our Lord and Savior, emulation.
Well, I only really use the only computer I tend to use is my work computer. I just can't do it on that one.
I guarantee you could emulate N64 games and shit like that perfectly on your work PC.
Oh yeah, my Mac can do that.
But, yay for Mac users! You're finally being allowed to fucking fix your own shit. I'm so happy for you.
I've never needed to fix mine. It's this is an old iMac anyway. It still runs great, but I don't do it. But like. Hold on, what's on this PS3 collection? Braid.
PS3 game.
I could just buy them. Yeah. Catherine.
The original PS3 game.
Yeah.
I think they should do something to reward people who have already been invested in PS Now. But I doubt they will.
Yeah. Epic Mickey Power 2. Like, some solid joints on this game.
I'm sure the Resistance games are on there as well, and the Resistance games are solid games as well.
Yes, they are. And there you go, Omar, here's Eternal Sonata.
No, it is on there.
That's on there, yeah. Basically all the Resident Evils for the most part.
See, now there's a fucking grey area right there. There's another one of them grey areas that the thing he wants to talk about, because you got all the Resident Evils on there. I'm pretty fucking sure Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 are on there, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yes. Oh yeah, 4, 5, and 6 right here. Yep.
4, 5, and 6. Which ones are they classified as?
These are PS3 games.
Right. Why do the PlayStation? Why use? This is where all of this shit falls apart for me. Why play the PS3 versions of 5 and 6 when there are PS4 versions of 5 and 6 that run at a higher resolution and higher frame rate?
I'm trying to see if they're on PS4, and I do not see them. Nope.
Yep.
So they don't even have them in PS4.
No, but if you go onto the PlayStation Store, you will find Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6.
I already said they're gonna get you. That's how that's how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, the more I look at this,
They're gonna get you into that higher. They're gonna get you into the highest tier. By any means necessary.
Okay, and as much as I hate this, because we've all talked about the evils of fucking relying way too much on remakes and remasters and stuff like that. This also pretty much puts a fucking nail in the coffin for a lot of games that we would like to see remade or remastered at higher frame rates with better controls and better fidelity. In my fucking thing, for me, that would be it completely kills the idea of getting a Resistance trilogy remaster or remake.
Why?
No.
Because why would they need to? Like, here's the thing: we might get it eventually, like 10 years down the line. But why would they want to? Why would they put the time and effort into doing remasters or remakes of those games when they're making so much? When they're possibly, hypothetically, and possibly going to make so much bank off of morons buying this subscription service?
it's going to have to come, I think, from special teams who want to do it.
And Guerrilla Games, it was Insomniac, wasn't it? Yeah, Insomniac who got their hands busy, so they're not going to be able to do it, and they're not going to want to do it.
Right, so I was like,
Bluepoint would be the only ones who would do. Bluepoint would be the only ones who would be able to do it.
But I think they would use Bluepoint for something different. I agree with you, but I think they would just use Bluepoint for something different.
I mean, there are plenty of games I would like to see remade or remastered. Like I'm not gonna go back and play the original Resident Evil 2. I'm gonna go play the remake of Resident Evil 2.
Hey, you're missing out. Like to me, with games like Resident Evil 2, there is a big enough difference between 1 and 2 that you can go back and enjoy both of them. But for me, what I want from a remake, like specifically of Resistance, is I want a remake done where I don't need to go back and play the originals. Because the originals, though good, the originals have way too many goddamn flaws to them that makes going back to them more effort than they are worth. Where a remake where you'd be able to iron it all out and make quality of life improvements would just reinvigorate the franchise. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's why I think that level of
Crash Bandicoot. The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is actually the perfect example of what I'm talking about. With that trilogy, they did so well with that trilogy, there is literally no fucking point in playing the originals anymore.
Yeah, I
we
think
shouldn't let them fade away. We shouldn't let them fade away, but you don't need to play them anymore.
I think that level of care is rare. And it's only going to be for, like, very select titles.
Spyro got it as well.
I mean, Spyro was pretty hot at the time, but, like Banjo will probably never get it. As much as people want to love Banjo, it'll never happen.
We'll never get another Banjo game. As much as that kills me. Fuck, actually, to be fair, I would not... okay.
Fucking Microsoft.
Though we got the Rare Replay HD version of Banjo-Kazooie, I am not gonna fucking lie. I would eat up a Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie remake, like 1-to-1 remake. And
I always hate crushing Omar's dreams, but I just want him to be realistic. Same with Legend of Dragoon. It's just not gonna happen,
Fuck
guys.
you.
It will never happen.
I've already outlined why it's not gonna happen. It's too expensive.
Same with Skies of Arcadia. You're never gonna fucking
do
get
it
that.
To remake Legend of Dragoon and properly would be the most expensive game that Sony ever made.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to download Skies of Arcadia and Legend of Dragoon for my emulators. Good day to you, sir.
But this is why things like Chrono Cross is apparently getting the remaster treatment.
Why? Okay. Yeah. Why? Okay. Why Chrono Cross? are not both of them?
I honestly don't know.
Chrono Trigger is the more well-known one, and God, like, I love him, but Akira Toriyama is still fucking alive. Let's get him to redraw the cinematics and the cutscenes for Chrono Trigger while he's still alive, please.
Is he still?
Or just make the whole game cell shaded and you know.
Oh yeah,
don't even do a remaster. Do a complete remake.
Honestly, what they did with Legend of Mana looks fantastic. If they could just bring Chrono Trigger to that.
Yeah, and then and like I said, get Akira Toriyama back on board. Pay him whatever. I will pay him out of my own fucking pocket. Just bring him in, have him redraw and redo all of the fucking cutscenes in full 4K. Because the animation and oh my god, Chrono Trigger's cutscenes are so beautiful. Just have him redo all of that. Guaranteed 1 million in sales. I will buy. If they did that, Secret of Mana upgrade for Chrono Trigger with all of the goddamn with Akira Toriyama redoing all of the goddamn fucking cutscenes in proper 4K, I would buy a copy for everybody on the VGP.
I don't know if he'd do it though. He does have underlings that can copy his style.
But yeah, the dude who's been doing fucking Dragon Ball Super for like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I was about to say those super checks keep coming in. He might be stuck there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He gonna be like, I need some money.
Man, I just want to see. Yeah. I want to see the DBZ movies that are in the vault.
Man, there's only one movie that's worried about right now, and that's One Piece Red.
Okay, and now that we have completely veered off,
you know they have a Dragon Ball Z movie in the vault just in case Japan ever hits like a recession. It's part of the recovery plan. I'm serious.
It's right next to the Godzilla movie that never got fucking released.
All I know is that shit has to be fire.
Oh no! It's right next.
How are we getting out of this recession? Dragon Ball Z, Goku,
along with a colorized version of the original 1950s Godzilla movie.
And the movie Vegeta finally wins.
Oh fuck yeah! Like that will fucking happen. Oh Jesus!
I go by that.
Fucking,
Vegeta finally wins a fight.
I love Vegeta.
We gotta commemorate some history here.
I love Vegeta, but he is basically the Krillin of modern day fucking Dragon Ball. Z.
It's so sad.
It is. All right.
It sucks to be hated by your creator, yo. That's what happens.
It is. I mean,
he was supposed to die,
so
but fans. They only kept him around because fans loved him so much. He was supposed to die, so.
Yeah, Gohan was supposed to fucking take over the series, but because people were very upset with Goku disappearing, Gohan became a fucking side character and a little bitch. And I'll never forgive the fucking community at large for that. You're all fucking responsible for this. Alright,
I want Goten to take over. That's my dude. Goten and Trunks.
Damn it. Anyway, so PlayStation Plus, PlayStation triple plus.
Plus cubed.
So wait and see, but nah. PlayStation.
I don't think it'll hit. I don't think it'll be a hit. I think it'll have its niche audience, but I don't think it'll be.
So basically, it will be PlayStation.
I think it's going to
now.
go through revisions. It's going to have to go through several revisions before it's.
What you're
because at the end of the day, you know, we've had all these PlayStation people say I don't buy new consoles to play old games, so why would they get that tier of service? You know,
because they're fucking hypocrites.
Honestly, actually, you know, Pharaoh might be right on the nose with that, because if the middle tier is what I'm paying now, like, what's the point?
They'll get the middle. Yeah, they'll get.
Now, granted, they will get that extra for all the people who never sub to PS Now, so I'm sure that's gonna probably piss off some people too, because like.
All right, so they'll go from 2 million to like 10 million.
But like, yeah, that third tier, I don't know. That's a special tier that, you know, I always compare it to Nintendo, but it's not fair just because like the other companies just don't instill the same level of like stupid nostalgia that Nintendo does, because like the new Nintendo Switch thing is like bullshit. But people keep selling it, and I think it has more subs than PS. It has a ridiculous amount of subs, and I saw something. It has more subs than
PlayStation Plus by itself has like 50 million subs, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Or a little bit less than that.
47 million.
Which, like, it would have to.
47 million. So, like, of that 47 million, you're probably going to capture 10 to 20%. So, let's say you get 8 million subs added to, let's say you get to 8 million on your PS Now service or your Spartacus service. So, you get to 8 million, and then of that 8 million, maybe 1 million or 2 million subscribe to the highest tier because they want to play those really old games.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on what they're offering in that really old game category.
You know the worst thing
they're
is,
gonna really have to bring some heat.
Zero, correct me if I'm wrong, but PlayStation, if they so wished, really could play the nostalgia card. If they fucking worked on it, they could have played the nostalgia card as hard as Nintendo has.
I mean, PS2 is what the greatest selling
Well, the thing
system
is,
of all time.
It's kind of tough for PlayStation, though. I mean, even for them to offer these old games, because I mean, their first-party catalog was kind of lacking all the way up till PlayStation 3 is when they really started investing.
Oh
in
no,
first
I
party,
agree,
so.
but I'm saying that they could lean on that because I mean, again, nostalgia is a fucking hell of a drug, as we have found out. And
but I'm saying the difference is Nintendo when they do their service and they do their old games, it's their old games. Like they're going to be doing other people's old. They're going to be doing other people's old games. That's why I think it's going to be that third tier is probably going to be pretty expensive because it's going to be nothing but other people's games, and they're going to have to pay people for those licenses. They're going to have to pay.
I think that's the challenge. Like, you absolutely are right, Dante, but like it's because we're talking Shadow Colossus, Resident Evil 4, even though it's up. Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid 3.
All other people's games.
That's the problem. They're all other people's games. Like, it was a hell of a system, but unfortunately, like, all these people sort of went away and started doing their own thing, and like, I don't know how to like bring them back without paying a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay those. You're gonna have to pay those companies, and in order for PlayStation to actually make a profit, they're going to have to charge a little bit more if they're going to have a large library of legacy games.
Yeah. If I just look at best PS1, Vagrant Story. That's Chrono Cross. I see why they're doing that.
Oh, they're gonna be giving Square a whole shit ton of money.
Yeah,
they have to. Yeah, they have to.
Chrono Cross is on that list as well. The Wipeout series they own.
Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve. I would love to play that again. I would love to play Brave Fencer Musashi again.
Yes,
that's an old game that actually had like voice acting in it, which wasn't common back in the day.
It really did, didn't it? Wow, I forgot about that. Full voice acting.
You know what? Here's one they'd have to go to From Software for. Fucking Tenchu Stealth Assassins.
Tenchu Mega Man Legends.
The original
Arena to Shinden.
Yeah.
I will play Battle Arena to Shinden again.
They also own the Twist again. They own the Twisted Metal games.
Yeah. Can they only ever? I played Twisted Metal, the PS3 one that was on PS Now, but yeah, they don't have, which is ridiculous that they don't have Twisted Metal 2 and 1 on there.
Again, they own the Wipeout series. They own Parappa the Rapper. The original Gran Turismo games as well. That's theirs.
Mm.
But then that you get into that whole licensing thing of the cars.
No, not really. The licensing. Well, first of all, like a lot of those cars were just basically originals. This was back before they even. I think this was back before, because again, this was back in the PlayStation era where you just shoved a couple of polygons together and said it's a car. So
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of gray area there that you could probably get away with. I'm just trying to think of other games that like they own. You got all of the Ape Escape games.
Ape Escape, which a couple of them are on the Now service now.
Yep.
I mean, if they hit that RPG collection, solidly. They can do some damage, I think.
Yeah, if they touch that, that's a lot of money going towards Square.
Yeah. Square about to get paid. Either way.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't do the PS1 library correctly without Square.
At the time, they were synonymous with each other. Like they helped each other put each other like on the map.
Yeah, you can't do it without Square. Because I can't. I mean, like, I can't think of many PlayStation Studios like games that were like legendary in the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era.
No, they did the sort of, at the time, I would say they did the Microsoft approach, right? They just like sort of partnered with other.
Yeah, because they didn't have any competition.
Yeah, they had no competition, and all of
Nintendo made their type of games. Sega made their type of games.
Sega fucking attempted something. I don't know if it was really games, but they attempted something.
and PlayStation was like Switzerland. It was like, come here and make games.
Yeah, like just make games, bro. Like,
yeah, PlayStation. The original PlayStation 1 was shockingly open, like what would be technically considered open source.
It's like Linux. It was like Linux, like Android.
Like, just come and play. And like I said, I think that's why single-handedly the PS2 sold as well as it did.
It's really back in the day, the competitor really was, Sega and Nintendo competed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
PlayStation for the same type of customers, and PlayStation was kind of just there. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like back in the day, Nintendo, to this only till recently, was kind of stuck in their ways of, we're gonna do our own thing and we're not gonna put, like, even though like they did the best 3D games, they were still using fucking cartridges. Let's not forget that. And then you had Sega fucking everything up when they were supposed to be doing, I think was it the Dreamcast or was it the fucking Saturn that was supposed to be powered by Nvidia, but they ended up shooting themselves in the foot and announcing it too early, so Nvidia pulled out. And the Dreamcast just ended up being, not the Dreamcast, sorry, the Saturn ended up being really fucking hard to develop for. Like, notoriously difficult. Like, I'm talking PlayStation 3 levels of hard.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Then the PlayStation, then the Dreamcast
developed for, horribly marketed. Like,
yeah, Paul.
I think one person with a Saturn. I only knew one person with a Saturn.
Now you own two because I own a Saturn as well now. And then you had the Dreamcast, which just basically. Well, it killed itself with its piracy. In a sense, like that's not what killed it. The PlayStation 2 finally fucking killed it, but the piracy did not help the fact that there was no goddamn fucking work whatsoever on trying to stop that.
They weren't even a worthwhile Sonic on a Saturn.
Nope.
There was no Sonic whatsoever.
Wasn't Sonic 3D Heroes on the Saturn?
They didn't make Sonic on the Saturn?
No.
That's when you know the system failed. I don't remember a worthwhile Sonic on that bad boy.
No, there wasn't, because there was a cancelled one called Sonic Extreme. That was cancelled. And as far as, I think the one you're talking about is Sonic 3D Blast. That was a port of a already existing Sonic game. There was no Sonic game for the Saturn.
That sucks. Which, like for us, that lets you know you can't put your premier mascot on your game.
Sonic games on Saturn.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Sonic 3D Blast. Okay, Sonic Jam and Sonic R.
R, that's the one.
Yeah, and that came out for PC as well at the same time.
They both are pretty bad anyway.
But yeah,
sounds revolutionary. So they beat Xbox to the punch.
Yeah,
Sega. No, they beat a lot of people to the punch. They just couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, you gotta remember, like, a lot of Sega was releasing a lot of their games on PC. Like, Sonic 3 was on PC around the same time. So was House of the Dead games were coming to PC as well at the same time. Like,
and
they had the whole division set up just to port games to PC.
And they had one of the first streaming contents with Sega Channel, where every month you would get brand new games through your local cable provider.
Yep.
And I had that joint, and it was kind of tight, and then it just went away because
It didn't.
Sega, and it probably was crazy expensive, and people were just not ready to like spend money in that way yet.
Streaming.
Yeah, like what the hell is
that?
Through cable? Like, no, I'm not doing that. And the
you better take your ass to Blockbuster and spend this $5 for a week.
Oh man! All right, but ladies and gentlemen, I think we are at the end of it all. So I believe it is now time for the outros. Jubei, where can people find you, my friend? Aside from that beautiful on that beautiful chair behind you with all that laundry.
There's like 2 jackets there. Hush.
It actually looks bigger. Am I the only one? It looks bigger.
It does. It looks like you got like a pile of fresh laundry sitting there that you're gonna fold after the show.
No, it's my Howery from my Demon Slayer costume and a coat.
Okay. I'm sorry. The blue screen just doesn't help. Anyway, yeah, Jubei, where can people find you, man? Aside from folding laundry.
Yeah. You can find me at Jubei X Sensei on gaming platforms, Jubei Sensei on Facebook and YouTube. I'm excited to get into this Halo campaign in a couple of days, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to play some multiplayer with some people on this damn show at some point besides Dante.
And I haven't picked up Halo since I got thrashed on this stream.
Never forget. Never forget.
I'm in the middle, man. I don't know if I just want to splurge and get the PC or just get an Xbox.
Get a PC.
No, go for it. Drop a good $12,000 on that PC. Never have to upgrade again in your life.
That's what I'm thinking. Just because, like, I mean, I do other stuff like photography and editing and all that type of stuff. Like, I need that anyway.
Yeah, I was ready to say if you're doing
that 3090, bro. Go get that 3090.
And when he gets it, the fucking 4080 will be out. That's what's gonna happen. It happened to me.
So like when Joe Biden gives me my refund, I'm like, all right, maybe
I'm voting for this motherfucker. Give me my money.
I don't know if Joe Biden giving out any money no more. Starting to miss Trump. He was giving me money.
At least I got free money for doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Joey to run me my money, dog. Like, he been promising me money for a long time. He always telling me it's en route.
It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Yeah, it's been in the mail for a long time.
Yo, check your tracking, bro.
Yeah, I told him to just direct deposit it to me, but he was like, nah, I don't want to do it like that. Like,
that's the thing. Trump knew he was on the way out, so he was just like, fuck it, and he was just signing money away. Like,
man was like, budget already fucked up. There you go.
It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem no more.
It ain't gonna be my problem. Fuck this. I'm out.
It's always scary to me to think, like, if he had given like 2 more checks, like, he probably would have got voted in again.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Would have took 2 more.
Like,
it's only 2 more. Wait, so what you're effectively saying? What you're effectively saying is
gave the money a little bit sooner and promised more money, then yeah. If you would like, if you'd have been like, after I get reelected, I have a bill for $5,000 for another $5,000 for every American.
Yep.
Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, he would have got in there. I would have been like, yeah, okay.
Speaking of reelected, Pharaoh, I elect you to tell us where you can find you.
Oh man, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Pharaoh Bizarre, Twitch at Land of Pharaoh. I mainly stream Madden lately because I don't get a chance to stream during the week. But now that my schedule's starting to free up, you might see me start streaming during the week, and I'll stream different types of games. So
he's gonna diversify his streaming from just Madden to Madden and Destiny.
I don't play shooters, so that much. So you're safe. But yeah. Go subscribe, follow my YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube as well, Pharaoh Bizarre. So yeah, check me out. Check out Dante's streams. Check out, we all stream. Come hang out with us, talk some games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Omar, where can people avoid you?
People can find my Caravan Network Job on Twitter and on YouTube, Gameplayer. On Gameplayer on YouTube. Looking forward to Thursday stream. I'm gonna live stream the GOTY award.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah,
Did you apply for the co-streamer thing?
yep, I did.
Oh, you actually have wait for the Game Awards. You actually have to.
Yep.
Oh,
You can't. You can apply.
I think there's still time, right?
Yeah.
Because Omar, did you
end up
last
getting
week
that,
or
Omar?
this week?
Sorry?
Did you
Did you get
end up getting it?
approved?
I got approved, but I didn't ask for that pass because they need to send it to you.
Okay.
And I don't know where it's coming from, so I'm not gonna waste my time on that.
I guess I'm not streaming the VGAs this year. Damn it.
True. That's
All right.
Damn.
weird
Yeah.
energy.
And people can find me at Dante Crisis on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and the Dante Crisis on Facebook, and Dante Crisis on Twitch, YouTube, DLive. Currently doing a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed and Dead Island, and today for me, Tuesday, I will be beginning, and Zero, I better see your ass there. I'm hopefully going to be seeing Kofi. I will be starting my stream of Shimigami Tensei 5.
You won't see me there because I'm getting it myself. I don't want to be spoiled.
Damn you.
We just went through this, Dante, with the Zelda game.
I hate you. I hate you so damn much.
I'm about to just slide into your Patreon and like Microsoft my way through to the games I want to see.
Microsoft your way through to the games you want to see. That's actually how it works. You can vote on them or directly recommend games to me.
I'm gonna get Dante's email so I can invite him to Microsoft Awards.
This is my life.
He's just going.
Now I can understand why. Now I can understand why FC left. He couldn't take it no more. His knees were too weak from dealing with this. He's like fucking Atlas holding up the fucking world. That's why his knees went.
Let's see.
And I'm also streaming the finale. I'm also streaming the finale of Mass Effect 3 this week, and then I'm going to be starting Kingdom Hearts 1.5. And hopefully, because there's a patch been out, hopefully Halo has been patched. I'm going to be testing that in a second. Hopefully, I'll be starting that on Wednesday. If not, I've got to drop fucking Halo 2 because 343, though they did well with Halo Infinite, still fucked up with Master Chief Collection. Zero, where can people find you? But more importantly, where can people find us?
Well, guys, it has always been a pleasure. You can find me at Zero. I've been thinking about this the other day. I should probably have a more marketable name. Like 0x386 is a really hard thing to say. And it's just not very like fun to say. I'll give it some thought. I'll think about it. But 0x386 pretty much everywhere. Find me online. Well, at the moment, you'll just be seeing me playing.
They call me Zero. There you go.
Last of Us 2. Or occasionally, if you want to jump in and play some Apex, I'm always down for that. But of course,
I need that invite for the Pokemon too, for real.
Oh yeah, I got you on that one because like they will probably be. I think they just got their 8th badge, so they're probably coming around pretty soon. So I'll definitely anytime I see you on there, like let's get it. But of course, guys, as always, you literally could be doing anything else, but you decided to listen to us, so we appreciate and thank you. Please find us on all major podcasting and streaming platforms. Technically, I'm sure we're on there somewhere. Twitch, I don't know, we're probably out there. You can find me, you can just come to my house, as always. Like, I'll be here. It's Christmas time, so like I always have a lot of alcohol, fresh Christmas tree, so the whole house smells like pine. Like, we're good here. We're awesome. But if you don't want to come here, please check out Omar on GameSlayer on Saturdays. Please check out Dante's streams. Please go stream with Jube, and please go lose in Madden to Pharaoh. But you can still probably have a good time anyway. It's all as always been Vitamin G. Thank you.
Yes, and remember, everybody, keep it gaming. All right, we out of here. Peace.
Later.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone.